5 is 5 by 8 more than the upstream. So downstream and upstreams ratio is equal to 8 by 30. Y is equal to 1. We will find what is the ratio of the speed of the stream that speed of the movement. This is 1 5 stream now. 5 by 8. 5 by 21. And the man goes downstream with a boat to some destination and returns upstream to his original place in 15 hours. If the speed of the boat in still water to that of if x and y is given, the distance by 4, so us will be what? 6 and ds will be 14. Remain. X is what? X is equal to ds plus us upon 2, which is equal to where ds us is equal to 20 per hour. If the speed of the boat in still water, that is the respectively, what is the distance between the destination from it? So d or d. So if the man moves downstream with the boat to some destination, let that some destination be denoted as A, and returns upstream. So ये जो दोनों में टाइम जो ले रहे हैं, it is for 15 hours. है ना? तो अगर D को कॉमन ले लिया तो यहाँ पे मुझे आ जाएगा 20 by 14 into 60, which is equal to 50. 50 20 इधर जाएगा तो ये हो जाएगा 3 by 4 2 by 3, 3 by 7, 63 kilometers. So the option D is correct. Next, the ratio of the speed of the boat in still water is at the speed of ice stream is 11 by 13. So US and DS at the upstream and downstream will be 8 and 14. If the difference between the distance covered by the boat in 6 hours upstream, um, okay, 8x. So ये दो D है, so distance 8x into 6 and 5 hours downstream. 5 hours downstream, which is 14x into 5, is 77. So ये 48 or 70. 70x minus 48x is equal to 77. So 2, 6 to 22x is equal to 77. So x is equal to 7 by 2. What is the speed of the boat going upstream? Upstream 8, 3, 428 kilometer, which is none of the answer. Next, the ratio of the speed of the stream to that of the speed of the boat is 5 by 14. If the boat goes 6 kilometers upstream, 60 kilometers upstream, mean US is equal to 9 and 90. 16 kilometer upstream, that is 960x in 160 minutes. So time is equal to distance upon speed, which is equal to 160. 160 से divide करेंगे, so we'll get the hours. So x का value हम इसको बोलेंगे. So 160 into 16 upon 9 is equal to x. 3, 2 by 3. For x की value of 1 by 24 is equal to x. Find the time taken by the boat to cover the distance 114 in the downstream. Downstream is equal to 24. So 19, 6 are 24. 2 are 20 minutes. 20 minutes is 1 by 3. 2.33 minutes. Okay. If the boat goes 60 kilometers upstream in 160 minutes. If the boat goes upstream 60 kilometers, 60 kilometers upstream in 160 minutes, speed is equal to distance upon time. So speed is 9x and downstream it's 60 upon time is 160. 160 to convert it into hours, I will divide it by 60 and then that 60 will go up. So 2 by 8, 1 by 4, 4 by 50, x is equal to 5 by 3. That is why 114 upon 19 into 5 or 3 is equal to 6. 18 by 5, that is 3.6 hours. यहाँ पे लिख नहीं मिलेगा। Find the time taken by the boat to cover distance of 114 downstream. If the boat goes 60 kilometer upstream, if the boat goes 60 kilometer upstream, वो 60 kilometer upstream in 160 minutes. Distance upon time is equal to speed. The speed is 9x. यहाँ पे आ गया 9. x का वैल्यू आ गया 20 by 3, 28, 5 by 2. हमने जो अलग क्यों आ रही है 114 19 into 5 by 2, 6, 12 by 5, which is equal to 2.4. 2.4 is the correct answer. Next. Next, the ratio of the speed of boat in still water and to that of the stream is 8 by 3. The speed of the stream is 9 kilometer per hour. So this will be 24 and this will be 9. The speed of the boat travels at a certain distance in upstream. Upstream is equal to 30. 15 and comes back downstream to the initial position in total 32 hours. 30 it's equal to 32 hours. Find the distance traveled by the boat. 48 upon 15 into 33 is equal to 32 into 48. 15 into 33. So 8 by 12, 2 by 3, 3 by 11, 2, 15, 30, 3, 3, 0 is the correct answer. Next. If the ratio of the downstream speeds to the upstream speed is 9 by 5, the speed of the stream is what percent? X is 14 plus 2 by 2, 7 minus 2. What is the percentage of the speed of boat in this? The speed of stream is what percent? The 2 by 7, which means 28.57. Next. The difference between the downstream speed to that of a upstream speed is 6 kilometers. So always the upstream speed will be more. Always the downstream speed will be more. Minus 0 is equal to 6. If the speed of the boat in still waters is 4 times the speed of stream, speed of the stream. So this will be 5 and this will be 3. X is equal to 3. So this will D will be 15 and US will be 9. And then we have 12 or 3. This is 12 and this is 3. Then how many hours can the boat take to cover 45 kilometer downstream? 3 hours. See question. Will be 9, 11, 11. The boat goes upstream in 5 hours, then goes downstream in 3 hours time. If the speed of the current and the speed of the current means speed of the stream, and the speed of the boat in the still water is 6 and 18. So the speed of the upstream will be 12 and the speed of the downstream will be 24. Yeah. Distance covered by them upstream and downstream 60 and 72 or something. How far the original position of the boat is now? How far from the original position is the boat now? 12. Huh? Difference 12. Distance the difference it's 12. The speed of the boat sailing in a river is 12 kilometer per hour. It starts from a point, goes a 16 kilometer straight. The still water speed of a boat sailing in a river is 12. It starts from a point, suppose point A, and goes 16 kilometers straight and returns back to the same point. It took 3 hours. 16 kilometer upstream, downstream plus 16 kilometer upstream. It returns in total 3 hours. Find the stream. So यहाँ पे options right in 3 hours. 8 करेंगे तो यहाँ पर 20 आ जाएगा मतलब 4/5 हो जाएगा प्लस यहाँ पे 8 करेंगे तो ये तो कट जाएगा तो ये पॉइंट हो जाएगा नेक्स्ट 4 16 तो ये 1 हो जाएगा प्लस 8 2 4 is the correct answer. Next. The ratio of the speed of the boat in still water to that of the stream is 8/3. If the difference between the distance covered by the boat in 5 hours upstream, so 5 hours upstream is 5x or downstream is 11x. If the 5 hours upstream and 5 hours downstream, when it means 25x plus 55x is equal to 120. Here x is equal to 80 and x here is equal to 120 upon 80. Then what is the speed of the upstream boat? 5 2 by 3 15 by 2 means 7.5. But I will recheck. Recheck that. Check this. Fire if the difference between the difference plus, yeah, 55x minus 25x is equal to 30x, x is equal to 4. If x is equal to 4, then this will be 20. This is 12. Next. A man can go upstream at 6 km per hour upstream and downstream in 10. So the speed of the boat is equal to 8 and speed of the stream is equal to 2. How many hours can he travel? 5 hours. A motorboat goes 10 hours upstream and then goes 10 hours downstream. And then the difference between the distance covered is time is 250 kilometers. So find the okay. So यहाँ पे मतलब use करेंगे constant वाला. If the distance is same. The difference between the distance covered in upstream and downstream is 250. So we have the same. A motor boat goes 10 hours upstream and goes 10 hours downstream. If the difference between the distance covered in upstream and downstream is 250, find the speed of the stream. But difference we have and distance. Distance is not the same. If distance would have been the same, it means the speed and time would be inversely proportional to each other, but one year. The difference is a man can swim 70 kilometers upstream and downstream in in 14 hours. The speed of the stream y is 3. Okay. X minus 3 upon 90 is equal to x plus 3 is equal to 14 hours. What is the speed of the man in still water? The 9 करेंगे तो 6 तो यहाँ पे 12 आ जाएगा. तो 9 है इधर 12 को प्लस 90 तो पॉइंट में आ जाएगा. 10 करेंगे तो ये पॉइंट में आ जाएगा. नहीं ये 7 15 12 6 15 6 12 again 3 times 12 6 आएगा 15 6 12 नहीं 12 minus 3 9 which is 8 12 plus 15 6 which is 12 is the correct answer. Next, the ratio of the speed, the ratio of the still water speed to that of y is 5 by 2. So us is equal to c and dx is equal to 7. The boat can sail 224 downstream in 4 hours. So 7x is equal to 224 into 4. So x is equal to 6, 8. So x is equal to 8. If x is equal to 8, this is 56, this is 24, this is 40, and this is 16. Find what time the boat would take to go upstream in the same distance. It sails downwards. 24. मल्टीपल आइटम तो मिनट्स में कन्वर्ट करना है 560 5 9s are 54 9 hours 20 minutes. Next, engine of a steamer is off and it is at the middle of the river at point B. Um, engine of a steamer is off and it is at the middle of the river at point P. It flows with river and reaches, it flows with river means it is downstream speed and reaches to point Q in an hour. In 1 hour. The person in the steamer then starts the engine and travels it back to P in half an hour. 30 minutes. Reaches the point Q in an hour. It flows with the river and reaches to point this side reverse. This side reverse. How does it go? Still takes less time than that of a dance. It starts the engine and travels it back to P in half an hour. And same distance is little important. Then पूछते हैं what is the ratio of the still water speed? 3:1. 3/1. तो ये तो कॉन्सेप्शन गलत है. The still water speed of a boat is 16 and that of a upstream is 30. Okay, the upstream speed is always what x minus y is equal to US. 16 minus 13 is equal to y, so y will be 3. And if y is 3, then base will be 9. What will be the distance in kilometer covered by boat after traveling 3 hours in downstream and for 8 hours in upstream? 3 hours in downstream, 8 hours in upstream. So this is 104 and this is 57. Currently, so I'll get 161. Next. There is a road beside a river. Two friends started from a place A and moved to a temple situated at another travel B and then returned again at N. So between distance is same. One of them moves on a cycle at a speed of, let the one who moves at a cycle be C, that is 7, and while other sails a boat, let it be sails into S, be 9. This is the speed of a cyclist and a boat sailor, which is 9. And the distance is the same, then the time will be inversely proportional. If the river flows at the speed of means y is equal to 5, which of the two friends will return to place first? Five kilometers. A moved to a vertical, then start from point A, situated on the another floor B, then return to A again. One of them moves at a cycle at the speed of 7 kilometers per hour. 7 kilometers per hour. Okay. This is the base. So like same like 63 kilometers in the distance. Uh, which of them comes first when written at point is a sailor when written sailor both of them will be the same. Only watching in 9 hours like 7 hours later to travel the same distance. So the sailor will come first. So this is the concept based system. Oh, speed. Yeah, will return to point A. Upstream, downstream. Cyclist, sailor. A boat covers 240 kilometers upstream in 15 hours. Speed of the boat is 6. I think the speed of the current is 5 kilometers per hour. We have 1 by 2. If 1 by 2 is equal to 5, then one part is equal to 10. This is 60, this is 50. This is 60, this is 50. What is the speed of the golden state? The boat takes 3.5 hours to cover 84 kilometers upstream. 3.5 minutes. This much. So 7 into 2 is equal to 24. So upstream speed is 24 kilometers per hour. And 2.4 hours to cover 96 kilometers downstream. So downstream is equal to 40. Find the ratio of the speed of the boat in still water to that of the 432, 16 to 8, 4 is to 1. Next. A lead man can go upstream in 12, downstream in 18. So x is equal to 15, y is equal to 3. The speed of the man in still water is 50. Next. The boat covers 240 kilometers in still water in 16 hours. So x is equal to this much. 60 upon 4, so x is equal to 15. speed of the current is 40%. So 2 by 5 it means 3 by 5 less than that of the speed of boat in still water. So y is equal to 9. Find the time taken by the boat to cover 120 kilometer downstream. So downstream is equal to 24, which is 5 hours. Next. A man in a boat goes 7.5 kilometer in an hour in still water. Man in a boat goes 7.2 kilometer an hour in still water. Per hour. And takes 3 times of his time in going the same distance against the current in comparison to the he takes 3 hours as much time in going same distance against the stream. Against the stream means US. Against the stream in comparison to the direction of the current. In comparison to the 3 times. So 15, 1, 2, 2, 22.5. 7.5 minus y is equal to 22.5. Minus question, please. A man in a boat goes 7.5 kilometer in an hour upstream in stream water is 7.5 kilometer per hour. And he takes 3 times as much time. Time. 3 times as much time. ये 1 hour में होगा. ये 3 hours में होगा. As much time in going the same distance against the current or in comparison to the direction of the current. Same distance. So speed is equal to distance upon time. So this is 2.5. 7.5 minus 2.5 is equal to 5.0. I do not see it. Find the speed of the current. Yes. A man in a boat goes 7.5 kilometer an hour in still water. So let still water be x and go jata hai 7.5 kilometer in 1 hour. Means the speed in still water is 6 kilometer per hour. He takes 3 times as much time in going the same distance between the current It takes 3 times as much time in going the same distance against the current in comparison to the direction of the current. In comparison to the direction of the current. It takes 3 times as much time in going the same distance. Same distance in going the same distance against the current. यहाँ तक समझा it is upstream. So upstream का speed ये 2.5 in comparison to the direction of the current. In comparison to the direction of the current. Upstream is x minus y is equal to is 7.5 minus y is equal to 2.5 and y is equal to 5 जब आप यहाँ पे 5 पर क्या करेंगे के साथ खेलेंगे खेलेंगे find the speed of the current अभी मेरे को x का स्पीड रखना है y का स्पीड अगर मैंने 4.5 रखा है तो ये यूएक्स जो है वो 3 आ जाएगी अगर x जो है मेरा 7.5 रखा y जो है मैंने 5.25 रखा तो यहाँ पे मेरे को 2.5 नहीं 5 minus 5.25 or 0.25. Yeah, in comparison to the direction of the current. It takes 3 times as much time in going the same distance against the current. Against the current means upstream speed will take the same 3 times as much time in going the same distance against the current in comparison to the direction of the current. A boat goes 80 kilometer upstream and returns to the starting point in 5 minutes. The upstream speed is equal to 16 kilometer per hour. With the ratio of the speed of the still water to that of current is 5/3. So here 2 parts is equal to 8. 2 parts is equal to 8. Then this will be 40. This will be 24. And this ds will be 64. What is the speed of, what is the upstream speed? Which is the speed? Which one? Upstream speed. पहले तो ये yeah, it's a big question. I'm so happy. Why? Upstream speed, time upstream, yes, 3 hours. Time downstream. Downstream, what of this one? Was sent in an hour. In an hour, it's still water. Still water downstream. Speed of the current sent. ये बराबर है. ये समझ ओके मैंने y अज्यूम किया है मैंने x अज्यूम किया है और ये भी बराबर है तो ये डाउनस्ट्रीम स्पीड 100% है अकॉर्डिंग टू द क्वेश्चन it's equal to 3 times ये डिस्टेंस ये क्या है स्पीड स्पीड ऑफ द बोट प्लस स्पीड ऑफ द करंट प्लस क्या है मल्टीप्लाई बाय 1 आवर क्या है स्पीड मल्टीप्लाई बाय टाइम इज इक्वल टू डिस्टेंस ओके तो ये डिस्टेंस निकाला है ओके तो ये लास्ट में क्या बोलती है 24th क्वेश्चन में बोर्ड गोज 80 किलोमीटर अपस्ट्रीम एंड रिटर्निंग इन द फाइंड तो इसका तो मेरे को 16 आ गया था फाइंड द अपस्ट्रीम स्पीड ऑफ द बोट upstream returns to the starting point in 5 hours in returns to the starting point 5 hours seconds city states यहाँ पे क्या है the road was 10 kilometer in upstream and then was 10 kilometer in downstream. The difference between the distance covered. Oh my god. The distance covered. Let the distance cover. Let it cover a distance of X kilometer upstream. Then it gets 250. And it will cover. The board of the speed of the performer times expected. So the speed of the motor boat is downstream. So the speed next to the tree will be Somalia. Then we should subtract by the answer of average speed. Average speed. The average speed of the cyclist is more than the average speed of the motor. Means the cyclist will reach the question. One of them is a cyclist. Cyclist 7 kilometers per hour. The sailor is boat sailor is 9 kilometers per hour. Speed of the current is given. Speed of the current is given, which is 5 kilometers. So boat will say, oh, the cyclist will not belong to comfort. Not the cyclist will not the instrument downstream go. Cyclist upstream and the river. The cyclist upstream. The cyclist is equal to 7 kilometers per hour. It means average speed. Why एवरेज स्पीड इसलिए निकालने लगा है बिकॉज वो पी से भी जा रहा है और वापस आ भी रहा है तो ये दोनों का जो उसका स्पीड है वो 7 किलोमीटर सेम रहेगा जिससे उसका एवरेज स्पीड भी 7 किलोमीटर ही रहेगा ओके तो एवरेज स्पीड ये है अभी इनका एवरेज स्पीड जो है 6.23 है अपस्ट्रीम और डाउनस्ट्रीम को मिला के तो मतलब this is very important. This sailor wala question is very important. So this I have sailor. Next question.